I'm Vicky, I'm 19 and I've been doing a craft workshop with Kevin at the jewellery quarters.
Teaching basic techniques of planishing and raising, so we're doing attempt to do a bowl and a napkin ring.
What around the end of it?
Today we're knitting with machines and hands.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Collier. I'm an artist based in Stafford and we've been making paper garments today using experimental techniques.
Before I did the workshop, I thought craft was for old people. I didn't think people like me would be able to do craft. Like, I thought you'd just be classified as an old person.
My name's Jennifer Collier and this is my gallery space unit 12. There's the workshop space and we've got the exhibition space next door and the artist studios. We're doing a residency with Tom and Vicky for the Made in the Middle Apprentices project.
I'm making some shoes. There's an example over there, the dolly shoes, cinched up. They look a bit like baby shoes. And I'm going to do one of them with the whole of stamps. That's what I'm doing.
And then what you're going to do is just start one side to the other. Sellotape touches the other piece so it doesn't ping off. Oh. To start with, I showed them basic shoe shapes and then we actually pushed this further with them actually developing their own style of shoe. For example, Tom worked with a basic shoe template and worked out if we actually brought the top up, put laces in, you could actually make it into the style of Doc Martin boot. Vicky actually worked out the shape for a Converse trainer. Today we've actually made that into a drop-in workshop activity. So I've showed them workshop activities that I do. So they both decided to go with a card making activity. They realised that was quite quick and quite achievable and quite non-threatening, and it was brilliant because they did actually work this out for themselves. Having an apprentice is something that I have been considering. I've actually been taking people work experience recently, which I'd never done before, because it's a good way of it being a two-way thing and you learning from them and them learning from you, actually having a bit of support and freeing up a little bit of time. If you can find someone who picks it up quite well, you can play to their strengths. I think this week's been very interesting to see how quickly the apprentices that I've had here can pick things up, and I could see it could be something that would definitely work, and it would be brilliant if there was more opportunities for young people to go into apprenticeships like this.
I didn't know you could do craft apprenticeships. If I'd known there was crafts workshops I might have looked into it a little bit. This week has helped me understand it a bit more.
I'd like to do it, but I'd have to do it in all different crafts first to find out one what I was good at and one what I enjoyed the most. I wouldn't mind doing this for a couple of days a week on an apprenticeship or one day a week, but I don't think I'd like to do it every day, every week. I'd like to explore more crafts because I've never done craft before. An apprenticeship's much easier to work around my life. Uni's cost a lot of money and I wouldn't be able to go to uni.
So what I wanted to talk to you about is the dress that you're going to commission. Exactly what we're going to do.
I didn't know what commission meant. at first. When I first came in, I didn't know till Jennifer explained what it was, and she took the time to know us, to find out what we are interested in and listen to what we wanted.
So I'll polish it up properly for you, and we'll back the back, and I'll put a hanging mechanism so you can hang it up in your house.
Commissions I thought were just for rich people. We were lucky because we got the chance to commission something.
Tom wanted a set of a set of knives that are from a manga cartoon that he specified. So he's brought in comic books that we made the blade out of. I'm really, really impressed with how they've developed their own ideas, had clear ideas. Both of them this morning came in going, I want to do this, I want to do this before the week's over, which I think's, I've kind of seen a real change in them from doing things because they were asked to actually doing things because they wanted to and it's their idea. I think it's really grown their confidence, and they feel like they've got the ability to skills to actually try things without any guidance at all. I think it's been beneficial to absolutely everyone involved.
This morning Chris and Mark arrived, and I kind of showed them around the studio and showed them both like the machines they use and the yarn, and then some more examples of my work that they didn't get to see at the taste today, so they could see actual real garments and scarves and accessories and things.
My name's Chris, I'm 22, from Birmingham. At the minute I'm unemployed. I'm just recovering from depression and psychosis. Been 3 years now, just starting to get better.
I'm Mark, I'm 21 years old. I'm living on my own in Solihull. It's a bit hard work, so I'm used to having stuff kind of like your parents being around and doing stuff for you. So now it's like, I've got to like do everything myself now. It's hard.
Monday we, I suppose, was just trying to get Chris and Mark to be familiar again with the machines, so I recapped what we did on the taste today. So I gave them some more manual techniques, and so they could basically cast on and cast off.
Talked about different types of knits and just cast it on and got back used to using the machine again.
Yeah, and then you put that. So this morning we're going to do the teaching each other the hand knitting skill that you learnt yesterday. They're picking things up and remembering things more than plenty of other people that I've taught. You know, they're doing really well that way. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind getting into knitting as a career. Okay. I find it quite relaxing and peaceful. It takes my mind off stuff.
It's something that I wouldn't usually do, so I'm just trying it.
Friday it's been really about kind of finishing off and I suppose looking back on the week and then casting off the ends of their scarves nicely, so it had each one had a really nice finish, and just kind of sewing the ends in so everything was all tied up and nice. I think having an apprentice would first of all be quite viable for lots of people, and also I think it would be really quite satisfying to kind of pass your skills on, and so I think kind of sharing your practice in a much wider way with someone and I suppose kind of training them up, I think that could be a really rewarding experience. I think clearly at the beginning it would be quite time intensive to get an apprentice kind of trained up to the point where they didn't need help, you know, every 10 minutes, every half an hour. Because I think just when you feel like you're on call all the time, you can't quite concentrate on the other things. Some things I need to do just really require unbroken concentration. So I think that really would be a consideration for me.
Apprenticeship would be exciting to, instead of going to like university and studying like that. I suppose you'd get more out of an apprenticeship than you would going to university, because you get more experience.
After the taster day, it was really clear that Chris was really interested in getting a knitting machine, and so we hit upon the idea of maybe instead of having a finished item as Chris's commission piece, that he could have a knitting machine that I would source and recondition and get all the bits to go with it. It's really nice to think that he's obviously so keen, and he's so keen to keep knitting.
For my commission, I've asked for a knitting machine because I feel like in the future it would benefit me more, because I'd be able to practice more and start making my own stuff.
For Mark's commission, we talked a little bit about the options of what he could commission from me. I pulled some garments out so he could have a look at them and think about it from one day to the next, and then he'd identified a couple of jumpers that he liked. So Mark's commission will be a jumper from a previous collection made to a specific size, and he's chosen the colour. Yeah, so this line is like this. I think Mark's definitely opened up. He's still clearly shy, and I think I would find it intimidating going to somebody's workshop and doing something completely new. I hope that he feels pleased with how he's sort of dealt with that situation.
I feel very accomplished and proud of what I've made.
Chris is more about continuing what he's started here, and Mark, it's more sort of encapsulating that experience.
Since doing the knitting, I wouldn't mind doing knitting for a future, but ideally to have a job somewhere, a knitting job somewhere.